She is just a housewife? All right, welcome to my channel. This is your boy Brent back again at you. Brent in Miami. Like and subscribe. Today we're going to talk about something that's a little controversial. It's the idea of the housewife, and why do women particularly get so butthurt and triggered about it? And why does society call it just a housewife? That doesn't make any sense to me. We're going to be doing a reaction to a video by Vic Tipness. He's an up-and-coming YouTuber. He has some good content out there. And I stumbled along this feed and I started responding to the threads, and it was crazy. So let's get into it, and let's roll it first.
So if you met a successful guy that was more successful than you.
I did.
Okay, but he says, hey, I don't want a career woman. I want a wife.
But see, they don't say that.
I do. I do. I told Huli that we met. She had her own little small business, and I was just like, dude, like, I don't want that. I want a wife. I don't want a business partner. Yeah. And I don't want a career woman. And she was like, why? She says, because I've got so much going on, and I produce so much that. And it wasn't an invalidation. You'll never produce what I produce, and it's okay. It was a deal breaker. If you want to continue running your business, great. We're going to be friends. And, and if that's what you want to do, great. This was like 2 weeks after we met. I'm like A to B. I mean, look, she doesn't regret it. Yeah. I mean, she lives an amazing life.
All right, there you have it. Okay, so people are really triggered by this. They really get upset that he's stolen her dreams. He just wants her to sit at home barefoot and pregnant. And that is not the case. He gave this woman an option. I believe he was a gentleman. He said, hey, I'm looking for a wife. This is my criteria. And if you would like to go this way, we can pursue this. If not, that's okay. We'll go to the left. What's wrong with that? Women have standards all the time. Women say, I won't accept a man that makes under 100K. Nobody has a problem. But the second a man says what he wants, it's a problem. We try to coddle women a lot in this society, and we've got to stop doing that. We have to start just being real with them, start really being honest with our intentions and our feelings. His preference was for a woman to stay at home and take care of the house and family, to dedicate her time and her responsibility and her efforts into the family and into the house. And that's what he wanted to build. As far as money's concerned, it seems like he's got that all under control, and she would live a life in a nice house, nice car. All she has to do is get on his program and work together to make life great. Now, what I've been seeing in the comments is a lot of women really upset about this, that he's stolen her dreams, that she can't be anything except a housewife. So let's clear some things up. The housewife position, I believe, is a privileged position. Okay, you get to really focus on the things that you enjoy while the kids are at school. You get to, maybe just do things that you like to do. You have more time. You're not obligated and bound by a job. You don't have to be there at 9. You don't have to be there at 5. You don't have to clock in, clock out. You have a boss you have to report to. That takes a lot of energy and a lot of thought away from the family. You have to set your priorities correct. Okay, and he wants a woman with the priorities in line with his. And a lot of women got upset when he said, oh, your little business, a small business. Hey, there's nothing wrong with having a small business. There's a definition for a small business by the Small Business Association, whatever government agencies. If you have under a certain amount of employees, if you make a certain amount of gross revenue, you're considered a small business. And he said, I wasn't trying to invalidate her work. I'm just calling it like I see it. And women got really mad at that, like he was taking a shot at her. Women just felt like he was trying to oppress her, and that one woman said that he was giving her an ultimatum. I said, an ultimatum? He's known her for 2 weeks. They're not in love. He's doing the right thing by letting her know up front. He's dating with intentions of marrying a woman, and he's letting her know his standards. I mean, I wish all men were this honest and this upfront so that women can have a choice. It's all about choice. That's what we want, freedom. That's what America is, freedom and choices. And you gave somebody a choice. And he said she's really happy that she that she took the right choice. She lives in a wonderful life. She has a beautiful house, and they're building. So another argument by women is that he is going to be in control of her. He's going to be oppressing her. He has all access to the money, and he has all this, that, and the third. Well, you have to pick the right man, okay? If he's good enough to marry and have children with, you should be trusting him with the finances. So if you don't trust him with the finances, then don't marry him and have children with him. Again, clearly, you have to trust your husband just like he trusts you. So that's why you're in this marriage. So don't think that he's going to kick you out on the street or kick you to the curb or abuse you. You have to look for the red flags. You have to choose your husband like it's life or death, and he's choosing his wife like it's life and death. The most important decision you're going to make is the person that you marry, the person you spend most of your time with, the person that you have children with. Another thing women say is, well, I have a couple kids and I work full time and I'm able to do it. Well, if you had the option to not have to work and maintain your same lifestyle, do you think you would have chosen to work? You probably would not have. You would choose that extra time to dedicate to your house and your family. The women that are salty on this thread are career women, I'm noticing, and women that didn't have that option to stay at home. Okay, so they can't fathom what they were without their job. Most women, I believe, this is just my humble opinion, if they had the option to not work and live their same lifestyle that they did with their husband providing, would take that and focus that energy on the kids. My wife, historic career woman, she had her own business. She did her thing. Once we started having kids, she started slowing down on her business. She started backing off. And recently she was able to just kind of retire because I was able to earn enough. And now she can focus on the 3 children that we have. And you know what she said to me the other day? We were riding in the golf cart. The kids were back there singing and having a good time. And she said, I love my life. Okay, not I love my job, I love my car, I love my house, no, the whole life as a package. She's able to do the things that she's enjoyed. She likes to craft. She's now able to do that because she doesn't have the rigors of a job and the responsibility to earn the money. She trusts her husband. I'm providing for her. We work together. We have our finances in order. And she really appreciates that and looks forward to not having to work. That is, and I'm proud that I'm able to give her that option to just relax, somewhat relax on the outside work. She still has tons of work inside. Our kids are getting to the age where they have tons of stuff at school. They have baseball, softball practice. They have dance. They have gymnastics. It's a lot. And I'm helping with that also. So it's a team effort. We're not trying to oppress anyone. The men are just saying that traditional values are good. And if you're in a position to do that with your wife, the wife should be happy and accept that and look at the positives. Also, this is not a forever thing. While the kids are young, while they're in school, while they need you a lot, elementary, you can exercise this. But once they get a little older, middle school, high school, when they're more independent, then the woman can re-enter the workforce and get back into her career if she chooses. But most of the time, they get pretty settled on that life that they're living. They get into rhythm and they just put that away. But these are options. It is not a way to enslave women, to bound them, to control women. I mean, there are some situations where that happens, but that's not what the goal of this is. It's to promote families and relationships. This is a Western thing that we're fighting against. In the Eastern cultures and other cultures, in the islands, this is not a big issue. That's the normal way of life. I was talking to one of my employees from the Philippines, and she really couldn't understand why this was. Like, she didn't understand about the Western woman, about the Western modern woman, and she thought it was kind of silly that they were thinking like that because she didn't think like that. She was not on that type of mentality. So we're fighting against, a lot of generational freedom for women, pushing the worker bee women, when I believe that women are different workers than men. Not better, not worse. They're just different, and their strengths play to the home and family life. That's just my opinion, but I'm seeing it, I'm seeing some of the comments on there, and some of the women are like, where is this guy at? I want a guy like that. And then some of the women are like, oh, he's oppressing me. He's controlling. So which one is it? You know where I stand on this whole thing. I think if it's an option to shut it down and focus on the house, a woman should take that option, or have like a part-time situation, some work from home opportunities. But the responsibility should lay on the man for providing most of the bills. And if he isn't able to that, he will. Men don't complain about working. A good man doesn't. He doesn't complain about that. We know that what we got to do. We're men. We suck it up and get it done. And when I'm talking about a housewife, I see somebody managing the household, managing the kids, managing the cleaning lady, managing the food delivery service, being in charge of our overall nutrition, having that extra time to look at specific menus, that extra brain time to do things that we're going to need. And women automatically think of the worst possible thing. You're going to be cleaning toilets all day behind your whole family. That's not what it is. And truth be told, when the cleaning lady is sick or can't make it, I step up and I clean the bathrooms. I put my rubber gloves on and I get it. And we have 5 bathrooms and I'm scrubbing toilets and getting it done. We are a team. We help each other and we work towards the common goal, which is the family. I just wanted to give you my 2 cents on this whole thing. I can go on about this all day long. Okay. The feminists, they probably hate me. They probably think I'm some kind of M word. I'm not going to say that. But I'm a family guy and I'm pro kids and I'm pro marriage. And I want everybody to experience that and understand that men aren't out here trying to hold women down. I have 3 sisters. I have 3 daughters. I have a wife, a mother, a girl cat, and a girl dog. Okay, so I am surrounded by women and I appreciate them. I love them. I try my best to protect them and provide for them. And I believe that is generally every man's motto. But we got to just get back to being great men and being strong and good leaders. But that's a whole other conversation. That's a whole other video. I'll probably be making one of those about leaderships and things like that. But that's what we've got to do. And women, you've got to just relax, let God take the wheel, be in line with your husband, be supportive, and together we can make things better. All right. Well, that's my 2 cents. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I like Vic's response and his take on it and how he was upfront with his potential mate and gave her a choice. And that's what we all need, choices. Okay. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Like and subscribe and let me know other videos or anything that you want me to comment on from a male perspective, from a married guy with kids in the house perspective. And I will be sure to take a look at it, comment on it. Let me know if I'm right, I'm wrong, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm stupid. Just let me know. All right. Peace.